Hi everyone. I have not been on this channel. You know how I go. You know how it goes. Um, I am back and I just wanted to check in with everyone on their spiritual paths, seeing how they're doing. Just giving an update on my channel, just going live. Make sure that I'm still on here. It has been a long year. I think I was on here last year around the same time. I guess I just show up yearly or whenever. I hope you guys have been doing what you need to do on your paths and you are taking notes and, just taking um, one day at a time. Okay, what's going on in the world? There have been many um, tests, energetic upgrades, spiritual alliances within the ethers, spiritual attacks, investigations. Uh, we've all been going through cycles and cycles and cycles of different, I guess you could call it calibrations of purging. Um, Not only purging the shadow, but also purging the the aspects of self that were hidden, I guess, to one self. So we've just been trying to get through the phases of not only our own personal egos and shadows, but also our generational trials and tribulations of our ancestors. So if you know that you've been out here like just chilling and tests just pop up out of nowhere. Hi you guys. How are you doing? Hope you guys are okay out there. Um, just this is a blackout. Just message. I might go on live and do like I guess like another automatic writing or reading or something like that. But other than that, like I don't know. We've just been going through stuff. I know I've been going through stuff, and some of it I feel that it's necessary for growth, and some of it just feels like injustice, like people attacking you for no reason, people poking and prodding into your energy, just messing with you for no reason. But other than that, um, I think there's a shift going on this blood moon. Is it blood moon lunar eclipse? And there's a lot of the collective and humanity shifting to different areas of the world. It's like an uprooting of people moving to different locations, whether that's externally of self or internally. There's mindsets that are being shifted, which is really good. Um, we need to practice more mindfulness when it comes to these electronics. The electronics are burning our internal frames out, boredom as well, because we're starting to see when we go outside, there is so much to, uh, I guess, not be fearful of, but more freak things are happening in the world, more sleeper cells, and sleepers are being awoken to do catastrophic events. So, um, Spirit places us in places where we need to relax and chill and stay safe. But have no fear. I mean, if you want to go out, go out. But other than that, um, there's a lot of shifts going on. And some are good and some are nervous, anxious, bad, depending on what side you're on, okay? And like on my side, I'm at the phase in my journey where it's just like when you get older, you start to look around you and you start to see the patterns of the tests that are like kept being thrown in your face. And sometimes it can be aggy because it's just like it's a disrespect to your not spiritual authority, but your intelligence. It's like it's like playing on your top. But I mean, I guess that's the gift of discernment when you start understanding you're outside of the bubble, the matrix, or the illusion and the chaos of um, the game, the test, and you just you kind of just like get bored of it. Um, we're now I'm thinking like we need to like as a collective like start focusing on the groundwork, like 0 point of designing sustainable and um, barter systems when it comes to the physical material aspect of this ascension, this shift, and also um, the spiritual side, practicing spiritual mindfulness, spiritual hygiene, spiritual ritual. Hi, you guys, and trying to get back to the basics. I mean, you do so much every cycle, and then you get tired, and then you're at your breaking point, and then that's where you descend, and then you're met with your shadow, and then you go through this whole phase of am I a victim or am I doing this to myself or are other people doing this to me? And then I'm reading the comments. I'm just giving a little collective message. I can see your comments. And I think when you go and you descend, it's depending on how your mind is at that time, how your health is at that time. It can be hard. It can be like a web to get you out of that cycle of woe it's me, woe it's me, woe it's me, woe it's me, and putting you back into a victim consciousness, which nobody of a high frequency wants to experience, okay? So going through these things. No, this is a blackout reading. Um this is a blackout message. I'm not putting anything on the screen. I'm not doing any cards, no automatic writings. I'm just intuitively speaking. Okay. I I haven't done any messages in a while, okay? My energy gets used for other things, different purposes, and stuff like that. But um, the shadow aspect in this shift in this blood moon and this lunar eclipse is showing you how to sit with the emotions when you descend and to the woe me, the victim consciousness, the I need answers. I need it. It's nerve wracking to feel like that every day. But people get out of it and they continue on doing what they need to do with their lives. So I think this cycle is helping a lot of us who needed to do some type of aspect of shadow work ascend out of that energy into a higher frequency. You'll start to notice the numbers I've been noticing is 2222, 1234, and 1235. 911 as well as 444. Um, and I'm thinking you're waking up earlier. Uh, when you're ascending, you start to wake up earlier in the morning, so you can kind of get that silent time in. You know, that peak time of when the before the sun goes up and stuff like that, to kind of calm your mind and sit with spirit and your spirit guides and kind of get a grounding of what's going on with you before you head out into whatever environment you're going into. Um, there are also issues of overload of information and memory. So we're not meant to hold on to the knowledge that we acquire. It causes burnout and overload. And I've now learned that completely, that we don't need to hold on to knowledge. We just need to know it, resonate with it. If it doesn't resonate, throw it out so it can hit the next frequency for resonation, okay? And then, and only then, we can turn knowledge into wisdom, okay? Was it last year or was it at the beginning of this year? I think that's when they cut people's like food stamps and stuff. Um, so I had another page where I cook and stuff like that, and I was doing that, but I don't know, like Spirit just told me to back up from it, and then I just got off the internet with my cooking pages and slides and stuff, and then I actually like went out there and started to uh, go to food pantries and get food and take it to places where people needed it. And like I say, like our energy is not, as messengers, as intuitive psychics or whatever you want to call it, it's not always about pulling cards and tapping into energies, karmic or divine energy. It's also about doing the groundwork and getting out of the house and helping, humanity. That's what we're here for, to raise the vibration of the earth and the frequency of humanity. Okay, we're light workers, we're star seeds, we're the collective that, you know, was here to be helped. The more that we help awaken others or offer the awakening to others, the higher the frequency goes for the actual earth, okay? To break out of systems placed, you know, by, I guess you could say, shadow realm, unforeseen people and places and entities. But we're not going to get too deep into that. But um, yeah, guys, I've just been out here doing groundwork, not only for myself, but for my family and for the community, while also going through my own personal challenges. You get older, you go through those uh, womanly changes, physical changes. So, that takes a toll on you as well. but we're hanging in there. But I just wanted to say, I hope you guys have a good day today. Happy, I guess, full moon, blood moon, and solar lunar eclipse or something like that. And keep purging. It really helps to surrender. It's like a surrender cry. A lot of us collective, we're starting to not self isolate, but Spirit is putting us into isolated places to work on not only ourselves but our families. But sometimes it can get to the point where you're like, you think you got it all on your own, but you gotta like surrender to the divine. It's like you gotta balance out the spiritual with the physical, the material, and the ego, and the ego and the higher self. Everything does not need to clash in your internal world. Everything needs to come into alignment so you can, jump timelines, quantum leap to where you need to go next. If those are not in alignment, then there's in the movement forward to where you need to go, okay? But like I said, I will be back with readings um, and doing other things. But I hope you guys have a good day and stay blessed. Amen and manashe. And